Wolverine issue 6 finds Logan claw himself out of the literal depths of hell, knowing saying being in hell and back is just an expression, but he knows firsthand that hell is the best at punishment by mining one's pain inside themselves. He knows hell is where the past catches up to one person, and he's currently there because the past finally caught up to Krakoa. Sometime before, Wolverine confronts the island, knowing despite all of the kings or queens or councils, its voice is the only one that matters. He knows the island wanted the external gate opened, which means it wanted war, and while the island was meant to be a fresh start, here it is dragging them back in time. He knows how it's different since he's got something worth fighting for now, which is why he will need to find the Muramasa Blade and make someone bleed and win the tournament. However, now he will never trust the island. Leaving, Logan knows one of Polaris's riddles was absolutely about him and the Muramasa Blade, remembering his history with the weapon and how he channeled the loss of his wife and son into a blade, which he wielded like an angry god. Heading to the quarry, Logan meets with Silver Samurai, who knows that Logan has come to learn where Muramasa is. Logan knows the samurai doesn't want to tell him, since he's angry that he wasn't chosen in this sword fighting tournament. Logan rushes the samurai, knowing that he can just beat the information out of the man. Silver Samurai knows that he should have been on this mission, and Logan agrees, but he wasn't, stabbing the villain in the back and demanding to know where the blade is. The samurai knows that there is only a rumor of its location, as on Arakko at the Tower of the Broken Will, Pestilence arrives with war, descending towards the pit and learning its inhabitants has been there for over 100 years. Pestilence knows that won't break them and he won't be humbled, so War says that they will make him humble then. War knows the pit was beyond mercy for this man and he will not escape lightly, since the slayer of her husband doesn't deserve freedom. She knows that they are fooling themselves if they have come for a warrior, since time would have broken the man, reducing him to nothing more than a husk of himself. Arriving at the pit, however, they find Solem is alive and well, as the man asks what favor they have come for. War says that he should be the one asking them for favors, but the man reveals how he's very comfortable in the pit, being brought food and books and other pretty things. He again asks what War wants, as the woman is angered the being isn't suffering, but Solem knows that the citizens of Arakko wouldn't allow it, since they love him quite a lot, despite him killing War's husband. Solem knows the man shouldn't have fought him for his so-called honor, angering War even further, so much so she wants to kill the man. Solem again asks what they need, learning from Pestilence that there is a time of reckoning and they are at war with Krakoa, and Solem was named amongst those who would fight. The man is pleased since he will fight their greatest warrior and win. They know he will need a sword, but he reveals he only has a dagger, one which War actually gave him a century ago, remembering the woman told him to kill himself with the blade of the man he killed. He retrieves the Hellblade, saying he didn't want to damn himself to hell by using it to kill himself, since hell is so uncomfortable. Pestilence says that the cards say he requires a sword, specifically one called Muramasa, so he will have to find it within 3 days. The man agrees to join them, leaping from the pit and ripping his shackles off, telling the beings that he will see them at the arena. Logan meanwhile ventures out onto his quest to find Muramasa, pulling in all his favors he could to learn of its location. He soon finds it, heading up a large mountain until he comes across a temple, knowing something that has been buried for a very long time has also come for the fabled sword. In present day hell, Logan crawls from the lava pits, reduced to nothing more than an adamantium skeleton, as in the past, he enters the giant temple, pursued by ninjas, as he finds the body of Muramasa in an unholy ritual. Back in hell, Logan's skeleton finds Muramasa forging the weapon, learning he must rescue him from the fiery pits. Wolverine issue 6 saw Logan begin his X of Swords journey as he begins looking for Muramasa, dredging up painful parts of his past to do so. Despite this event kind of cutting the legs out of the vampire story that continued on from last issue, I did enjoy this issue greatly. It's spinning out of a really great event so far. It's the 3rd issue in the series, and I love the introduction of the character Solem here, who I guess is going to be Logan's main enemy across this event, the one he fights in the arena and fights to get Muramasa and everything. I'm looking forward to learning a bit more about Solem, since from his introduction here he seemed like a really fun character. Wolverine is also at his best throughout this issue, especially when he calls the entire Krakoa island on its shit, knowing full well it wanted war before, and he's not buying its ignorance. Addressing Silver Samurai not also being involved in this event was great, since I was actually thinking of that. Since he is a sword-wielding mutant, it makes sense that he would somehow be involved in this, and I like that he isn't, and that the villain himself is pissed that he is not involved in this. I thought that was quite cool. I can't wait for the continuation of Logan's portion of this event, as well as his inevitable confrontation with Solem. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10.